Okay, so um, I'm in the house right now, so y'all can't see my face because it's dark in here. But I'm not done resting, but it's just a lot on my heart because people did me and my babies so wrong, and they just continue to do it, and they was just setting us up all around, and I already knew it was demonic spiritual activity, and I ended up going to God. And see, that's what I've been doing for many years, because people, they just thought they were gonna handle me and then just be like conspiring. That was one thing that used to happen even in my mama, like in my mama house. When I would come to see my mama and stay with her like after years of off and on having to be on my own. And I remember them having setups for people to just try to be my adversary. And I went into some details about my mom and like growing up and things happening to me. Then there was a certain dynamic in my family because I'm in the living room. What you say? Huh? I can't hear you. Oh, as much as the TV be blasting when I be asleep, I didn't think it'd be a problem, so I gotta step outside, out of the living room. I'm being felt as if I'm causing some sort of disturbance to him laying on the floor right here. So I guess I'll go on ahead and go outside then and say what I need to say, which is what I've been doing. I don't have no privacy and I'm not being rude, because I'm gonna go outside because I'm not gonna let nobody silence me about my family and them trying to set me up to be murdered. I ain't want to even go into details about that, but like I was saying, there was a certain dynamic where people were conspiring against me in my mother's home and my grandmother's home, and in my family since I was a little girl. Hold on, y'all, just let me put my dress on. And it's raining outside as well, but that's all right. That's all right. I'm finna step outside so I can finish what I need to say, honey. So, I was told that I can live here, but I can't even have no privacy to make no video. So, this is why I've been having to leave out of the house to make my videos about what was going on. And it's raining, and as you can see, he's sitting right there in the living room on the floor. And when this man, Kevin Debris, brought me here, he said that I could come and live with him, that his friend, that he has somewhere where I could stay. But see, people think they're going to try to control me and stop me from telling about the people trying to murder me and my baby, which they be involved too. And as you can see, the Illuminati don't want people to tell that my family been trying to kill me all my life. They don't want me to tell about anything. And he can go in his room. He can go in his room and lie down in his room and see. I ain't never had to get no attitude with this man. Every time I've been noticing what's going on, let me try to see if I got an umbrella because I really need to go on ahead and finish telling y'all what's going on, because I'm not finna stay nowhere where they trying to start shit. Okay, so let me go on ahead and tell y'all. So last night, see, they really put me in a bad position with these wicked ass people, man. So last night, I was sleeping and it was 5 o'clock in the morning. Every time I try to sleep in their living room, he get up and start making noise, waking me up out of my sleep. He blasting Star Wars on the television, blowing smoke in my face, doing everything, making all this noise. And not one time did I say, sir, could you turn the TV down a little bit? Or could you turn the fan back on me and stop blowing the smoke in my face, please? Or could I go in your can I go in your bedroom to where I can have some privacy since you're never in your bedroom? So back to what I was saying yesterday. His name is Leroy, and I was trying to kind of turn the TV on and show y'all how they had him right there next to me on the floor, but it was dark and I wasn't able to really show y'all. But when he opened up his mouth and said something, tried to say something about me, talking about my family, because I was going to get up and come outside and finish telling y'all about him anyway, but I was like, wait, let me just go ahead and I shouldn't have to. I shouldn't have to. I shouldn't have to get up outside and go outside and then have somebody in the room watching the videos or somebody watching the videos and then trying to see how you gonna silence me. And then they got the man trying to fuck me upstairs and give me money. And then that's like setting me up like a prostitute. And I'm trying to get this information out. So I noticed there was something wrong with the man Leroy because when I was in there and I was sitting on the couch when I first came, he started... I told him about my case, and I told him that, about my son and everything. And matter of fact, I had visions about my baby. And I went to everybody. And I said, where is Melbourne? Where is my son? And I asked women, I said, have you seen my baby? Have you seen my baby? And the black women were saying, oh, I seen him. I said, raise your hand if any of y'all have seen my son alive. And I went to people who knew me, friends, so that was supposed to know me like my friends. And I said, I'm finna come in, I'm finna do something, and I'm finna ask y'all if y'all seen my baby alive. And there was something about my baby was in San Francisco, or people talking about, oh, my baby was here and my son was there, or my son wasn't here, or they seen my son there. And there was a girl named Ashaya and CJ in the vision, and Ashaya was supposed to be my friend, and her mother Stephania and her brother CJ introduced me to my baby daddy, Austin John Metter, white Caucasian convicted felon. Now, and Stephania and everybody knew that I was a good mother and that he was in prison and he got out abusing me and my baby, and they knew I had my own place and they knew I took care of myself, and they was right along with all the rest of the black people trying not to come forward with no goddamn information while they was back there trying to kill me. And then knowing that my baby was given to these people, and I'm over here screaming about these people being pedophiles and trying to rape my child, and in this vision last night that I had. Because see, what they're going to try to do is they're going to try to hurry up and kick me up out of somewhere, trying to make it seem like Andrea is some nuisance to this old man, and I ain't did shit to his ass. And they know that I don't have any money. And see, let me just go ahead and go back to what God said. Let me get my Bible real quick, because I ain't did shit. I don't deserve to be put in that kind of position where I can't even talk about my children and my life, and that's what they want. And so now I gotta go back up in here and deal with this man, because that's the first time that it done happened, because I've been getting up and going outside, and I knew I'm gonna have to hurry up and tell y'all what's going on, because they gonna keep on trying to be on some bullshit. You all up in my motherfucking face all day long. But I just met you. And you're not going to try to play me and be demonic with me in your house, talking about, oh, can you keep it down, while you all up in my face. And as you can see, the TV ain't on, so you ain't watching TV. So I ain't gonna be able to record anything that he tries to say to me when I go back inside, because I have to spend 2-3 hours loading one video in this apartment because there is no service for my cell phone to load any of my videos. But I asked all these people, and I went into this room. They had a bunch of babies in there. It was a bunch of little mixed race little boys. And they was abused. Some of them looked glutton, some of them looked fat. They looked like babies. They had AIDS, all kind of shit. From abusers, grown people. And I went up in there and I said, where is my son? Where is Melbourne? Where is my son? Where is Melbourne? And I went and saw this little baby in the car seat. And he was skinny and sick. And he was like, oh, here I am, Mom. And I know my baby was all right. I seen a picture of my baby. I know he was all right. I don't know why I had this vision. And there was a bunch of little babies that was like calling out to me. So I went to people and I said, have you seen my son alive? Have you seen my son alive? And tell me where you seen him at. And then someone was telling me that he was leaving, that she was leaving him places, that Cynthia was leaving him, my baby boy, at 3 years old places, after they said they was going to be raping him and letting other people do it to him too. And I said, why the hell is she leaving my child with people, and who is he with? And all these people start coming forward with information about where they seen my baby, who he was with, who she left him with. And then I went to a shire. See, because now he going to try to tell me to leave. But I don't care. Because God told me not to be afraid. So, I'm going to tell you something. I went to a shire, and she was trying to have her hair all long and straight and thick, trying to worry about how she look. And then think you ain't never gonna see me again. You think you and your family ain't never gonna see Andrea again. And they knew me. And see, that's why I know the Holy Spirit allowed me to see her. Because, see, other people could try to say, oh, I just met this lady. Oh, I seen her baby with Cynthia, but I didn't know what was going on. They knew. And you don't let people rape a black woman and try to silence her about her pregnancy and her kids. You don't let nobody take somebody's baby and give them to a convicted felon that was abusing them and then rapists and pedophiles. You don't let nobody do that and don't reach out to me. But God showed me that Ashaya knew about the evidence when they had me in the back of the jail trying to kill me and my baby in the back of the goddamn jail. Her family was rich. They could have did anything to come and pay that bond and get me out. But they was always staging stuff too. And everybody been staging stuff in my life since I was a little girl. So when they try to blood sacrifice you somewhere, it been from I was a child. So I'm going to go out in the rain. Because I don't want to have to disrespect this man while I'm up in front of his house. But you not finna sit there and try to tell me, oh, I need to tone down nothing. Why you all up in my goddamn face all goddamn day long? Now, I done had enough of this bullshit. I done had enough. If you gonna sit there and plot on me up in your house, then I will take the battle however it come. Because I wasn't even talking about him. I was talking about my family. But see, it's very significant for people not to understand what my family did to me. Because then they the ones who will try to come and discredit you. And I will love to go into the details about what was happening to me in my mother's house. I would love to go into the details about it. And I will go into the details about it. I'm going to go right back up in that motherfucking house, and I will go into the details about it. And if you want me to get up, I'm finna get dressed and get ready just in case his old ass want to try to tell me I got to leave, because I don't give a fuck. But let me go on ahead and tell you, because I don't think I have an umbrella. Let me go on ahead and tell y'all what the man Leroy was doing. So when I put on my headphones, I had my headphones and I was watching some of my videos on my YouTube channel, seeing, how I need to present this evidence, because I can't keep letting them have me all distraught, but I have to let people know what the setups are around me while I'm trying to just simply work on the fucking evidence. So the man started saying, hey, kept just trying to yap. And when you got your headphones in, you done talk to somebody for hours, y'all done got to know each other, he done made you feel comfortable up in the house, he's sitting right there smoking crack, he cool. I don't gotta sit there and keep talking to you all goddamn day long now, because I got shit that I got to work on about my son and my pregnancy. And I ain't tell him about my pregnancy, but I told him about my son, and I told him them people was child molesters, and I told him. I said, look, I'm not going to keep talking to you all day long now. I was listening to some stuff and working on some evidence about my son. And he was like, oh, okay. And so and he got sense. So I put the headphone back in. And when I put the headphone back in, he said, he kept on, I don't think you're listening to me. I don't think you're hearing me. Are you listening? Are you listening? And even when he could see my face in my phone, looking at something on my phone, and obviously see headphones in my ear, he steady, are you listening, huh? Are you listening on the other couch? Are you listening? And I could tell, I was like, oh, here we go again. That's when I knew something was wrong. I was like, oh, here we go again. Here goes another motherfucker that think they gonna sit up in my face and be distracting me from what I want to do. And if you see the evidence that I'm putting out, the information that I'm telling about more evidence that I need to put out, then you'll understand why people think that they need to have control of my mind, and control of my mouth, and control of my environment, and control of my every move. And I ain't having it, because Jesus Christ said, whoever he has set free is free indeed. So these Illuminati people and all these old ass folk that want to serve these Illuminati witches and devils and think you gonna try to handle me up in your house about telling the truth about these satanic blood rituals that they try to do on me and my kids, then you can take your ass to hell. I'll stay outside. And he can go on up there and try to tell Kevin, oh, that girl you brought up in here, nah, that girl ain't doing shit to you. But I ain't finna keep having to run up out your motherfucking house without people knowing what the fuck going on, and why I got to run up out the house without my motherfucking wig on. Because everybody knows that I can make videos about anything that I need to talk about. And they know I'm in your space, or I'm talking crazy in your house. Because you're sitting right there in my face. So see, this was during the day. And he just kept trying to distract me from my phone. And he kept trying to do it. He kept trying to keep on making conversations about dumb shit. And I don't want to talk about it. Just because you let me come stay in your house don't mean that you got to distract me from everything that I need to do. And then he was like, so after I told him everything, I told him about all the setups that Cynthia O'Vera was trying to have me set up to be killed. And then she had men bringing me, and I was letting them know that I already know. But I told them, I was like, yeah, they done had men bringing me up into these places thinking they gonna set me up and silence me. That's what I told him. And he was trying to act all, because that's exactly what they trying to do now. And that's all they gonna keep on trying to do. And everybody gonna try to act like they don't know these white folk. You ain't gotta know them, but you know the system that you trying to fuck me over for. And so he just kept on talking. And after I said that I knew about that, and after I said that they had been setting me up all over the place, I told the man, he was like, oh, so you just need to get on your feet and all that. And I ended up making that video where I said they trying to keep me I said the smear campaign to keep me on the streets, or they smear campaign to try to have me on the streets. And I said that in front of him because he was trying, and he rubbed me the wrong way because he wanted to sit up there and talk. And we talked for several hours, you know what I'm saying? We was cool, laughing, all of that, you know what I'm saying? But you got to feel the person out and know, is this a setup? Is these people going to try to handle me up in here and be on some bullshit?
about me and my pregnancy and my kids and my case, because the shit, they show it real quick because they don't want you to talk about it at all, ever. All day long, they gonna sit up there in your face and try to distract you with bullshit. And God said Andrea gonna put out that evidence and go out there and see if her baby is alive, period. And that's what I saw last night. And my family doing all that blood ritual shit on me all my life got everything to do with the wicked folk. They thought that they were gonna murder me and think that they're gonna have setting me up all over the place. And this is their neck of the woods. So I talked to the man for several hours. And I told him about the setups and all of that old kind of stuff. And the man said, oh, I'm trying not to go back by his building or whatever because, oh, they got black people coming all out the fucking house, coming all over here by me and shit. Like, man, I'm telling you. Y'all demonically possessed folks better stay the fuck away from Andrea Jones because I'm not really that scared of you. I'm telling you, boy. But I choose my battles. And so the demonically possessed man in the house, the old man in the house, he was talking to me. I made the video about the smear campaign because he was trying to make it seem like, oh, so you just need to get you a place then. You just need to get on your feet then. You just need to go work. Now it ain't. I got a lawsuit. They gonna give me a place. And if they can't do that and they want to keep having people setting me up in their houses and they want to keep having people trying to handle me and silence me up in their houses, then I'm going to do it how my God said. And they got somebody else over here outside. And I said I don't want motherfuckers up in my mouth. Like I said, they gonna keep trying to set me up outside and keep trying to make people bring me, have me come up in their house like I'm some fucking burden or try me like I'm some goddamn mental patient. I'm doing exactly what my God said to do. He said, you go out there and see if your baby is alive. These people wouldn't have gave a damn if they killed your child. These people wouldn't have gave a damn if they raped your child. And then they want to try to turn over around and say, oh, you need to go get you a job and work hard for 6 months. I don't even know if my boy will be all right in the next 6 months down there. All I need to do is put out the evidence about what the fuck everybody done did and why the fuck they ass doing it. And here comes some trifling ass motherfucker trying to pull up on me. Like my God said, I ain't got to go through no racist ass murdering pedophile judge courtroom to get my baby. I ain't got to go through that. I said I'm going to go see if he alive. And after the evidence come out, I'm pretty sure it's going to be somebody else that's going to go get him for me. Because it's a reason why they want to hide it. It's a reason why they want to silence me. And then think that when I expose the shit, they gonna have me come back up in there with people on some bullshit, thinking they gonna argue with me and try to have me in a bad state and silence me and put me out. I don't give a fuck. That's exactly why God showed the traps that motherfuckers was laying for me all over outside. But let me just go back to whatever this man was doing. Let me go back because that's what's stopping me from being able to release videos about my evidence. Because I would have been able to do that if I didn't have to sit around and walk outside and tell what motherfuckers be trying to do to me in their house. Don't you think I would rather be eating? Don't you think I would rather be sleeping? Don't you think I would rather be releasing videos? I done released 2-3 hours worth of videos about what people think they gonna pull on us when all I had to do was do the evidence. But I'm glad I made the videos crying and expressing them being molesters and shit. Because then that should show you why everybody think they gonna come against me. So the man, he was like, oh, you just need to get an apartment and you just need to get on your feet and you need to get a job. So he would try to make it seem like I'm some broke bitch that ain't got no job. That I'm just a broke bitch that ain't got no job. And I said, hold on. And I made that smear campaign video sitting right next to him to explain you ain't about to be up in here trying to make me feel like I'm some broke bitch that just need a job. After I just told you these people tried to murder me and my baby up out of our home and then they chased me around for my child and over here talking about they gonna molest my child. I said, you ain't gonna sit over here and try to make it seem like I'm no broke bitch. Now I agreed to getting a job, but then he wanted to sit over there and try to drill it and try to make it seem like, oh, it's your fault because you ain't got no job and you some broke bitch. Nah. Whether I got a job or how much money I got ain't got nothing to do with nobody abusing me and my kids and needed to give my child back because they some pedophile. Me having a job, how much money I make ain't got nothing to do with the righteous going to get my baby. See, the wicked ain't gonna want to support you when they know that you putting out the information about pedophiles abusing you and abusing your child. See, they not going to want you in their house. And that's the only thing they can try to do to discredit you, because that's the only weakness that you have, is that you don't have the stability. You don't have your own place. So they're going to try to find somebody to silence you up in their house or on the streets however they can. And then try to make it seem like you crazy. So anyway, after I made that video, you know, I was like, I'm going to just still be nice to the man. I was like, I'm going to be nice to the old man because he was trying to act like he cared. Oh, here, you can go get some food out of here, or I'll do this for you, I'll do that for you. And see, I noticed something else because I got me a wig, a brand new wig, and I ain't put it on yet. And I was finna go to the store. He wanted to take me, and that's another thing. They'll be always, when you got somebody, they'll always want to, like, oh, I'll take you, and try to keep tabs on you and shit. So when I went and got my stuff, I noticed that at first everybody was all, oh, we'll give Andrea anything or whatever. But then as soon as they see me go and buy something for myself that I need, so I don't have to be looking crazy on my channel, because I didn't want to have to be looking crazy on my channel. All of a sudden, it's like he started plotting on me spending my own money, and then be like, oh, I didn't want to help her no more. And the starvation, I ended up starving in his house for a couple of days, even though it was refrigerator full of food, because everything was frozen. Nothing was mine. I asked him, I was like, can you take me to the grocery store? And he had a problem with taking me to the grocery store. And the day before, when I said I was finna go by myself, he said he'll give me a ride. But while I was in the store handling my business, he started coming in the store complaining about me being in the store. And I'm like, okay, you know, I could have just went on my own. And then I didn't go to the grocery store. I just stopped at Burger King, got me something to eat. And so I ain't had no groceries up in this man's house, and my money is gone. And he had $1,200 worth of food stamps. And when we went to the gas station, I had a few dollars left in the middle of the night because I got hungry. And I asked him to take me to the gas. No, I said I was walking to the gas station and he wanted to take me. So when he took me, because the gas station right around the corner, went down the sidewalk. When he took me, I asked him, because he had let the man Kevin see his food stamps and get something off of it, and Kevin was like, I'll give you some money, you know, and he was like, nah, you ain't got to do that. Kevin went about hundreds of dollars worth of groceries for him and his wife and kids upstairs. And then I asked the man, could he buy the little things that I need, $10. I ain't tell him I was pregnant, but I already know people want to try to be like, oh, they didn't know I was pregnant, and then be doing me and this baby wrong. So when he said that he wouldn't buy the food with his food stamp card, I went in the store and I was like, see, that's fucked up. That's wicked. And I know that people want to hurt this baby, because it's just $10 and you were being so nice to me. Oh, I'll give you this, or I'll give you that. When you see I got a little bread in my pocket, but then when I spend some money, just a little bit, and you think I'm broke, you want to try to tell me you will starve me. So I went on ahead and paid for it with my last $10. And I didn't have any food to eat. So I was eating noodles, packs of noodles up in the house. Because if you trying to work on evidence and you trying to hurry up and get yourself together and you trying to put out information about your kids, I don't have time to be slaving over no stove. I asked him, so he had wrote a list. He said he was going to the dollar store. And he said, do you want anything? And I was like, well, just give me a pack of M&Ms, a meat and cheese stick, and an orange soda. And he was like, okay, write it down on the list. So he wrote a whole list of stuff for himself. And then he had me write the 3 things that I wanted on the list. And he said, oh, you're going to have to come with me. I was tired. I'm pregnant. I was tired. I needed to lie down. So he was like, oh, you need to come with me, because I had asked some frozen dinners. I was like, oh, I said, can you give me a couple of those Marie Callender Alfredo dinners? That way, when I'm hungry, I ain't got to worry about stopping everything and then trying to thaw out some shit and go up in his refrigerator. And it's too much money, too much abundance for me to have to do that. I can have what I want to eat. And so, because when we were going to go to the grocery store, he had tried to stop me and was like, well, what is it that you need? We ain't got nowhere for you to fit no food in there. And then I was like, oh, I said, I just want to give me some cereal and some milk and some fruit. And Kevin went supposed to buy me some oranges, and he brought me back a pack of spoiled oranges, and I couldn't eat them. So at that point, I started to get very angry and just leave, but I held my composure and I was like, no, I'm not finna do that. I'm not finna get angry and leave because it's so subtle and it's so subliminal that it'll make people think that I'm just making up reasons to leave people's house. Like they tried to help me. The oranges were spoiled. They were spoiled. And I knew that I could survive on them oranges for at least a day or two while I get myself together. And they were spoiled. So I found some canned goods in there, little peaches to eat. I found a pack of noodles, little stuff. But when I asked him to get the Marie Calendar stuff, he said, oh, you going to have to come with me because I don't feel like going all in the store and all of that. I said, you know what? I said, you said you was going. So that's why I added a few items on there. So I'm going to tell you the items I asked him to get me. So Marie Callender's Alfredo was the last thing, but I asked him to give me some peanut butter M&Ms, an orange soda, and a meat cheese stick. That's it. I'm not telling you to go grocery shopping for me. The whole list of grocery shopping was his stuff. And he said he was going up there. So if you going, that's what I want. He asked me what I wanted. And I was like, nah, I was not trying to go to the dollar store because I was working on my case. I was like, nah, I'm not trying to go shopping. I'm not trying to go grocery shopping right now. And he was like, oh, well, he was like, here come another person coming out trying to be all up in my mouth. So I'm going to have to walk from up under this tree and walk all the way in another fucking direction in the rain because they keep on coming around me. And I'm not afraid of their ass. And I don't give a fuck. I'll go in the rain, but you gonna get your ugly, demonic ass up out my fucking face. Because they don't care about us. They don't care about us. So, and that's wrong. Then want to try to be all up in somebody's face and shit. And there go another one. I don't give a fuck. So anyway, so I told the man, no, I don't want to go to the grocery store right now. And he was like, well, I'm not going. I'm not going in. I'm not going. And I was like, I started to really tell him, put him in his place, but I was like, sorry. I was like, if you're not going, that's fine. I said, you said you was going. Because I'm not finna let nobody control me like that and then try to throw no hissy fit when you said you was going, and if I needed anything for you to pick up, then you try to force me to go, and I ain't trying to go. But see, he already was letting me sit up in this house by myself. He been leaving me up in this house. He'll go to the store or go somewhere and leave me up in his house. So it wasn't an issue about him not wanting me to leave, him not wanting to leave me in his house. So anybody that try to say that can shut the fuck up with your demonic ass. I didn't want to go. He said I can live there. I live there now. Been left up in there. Been left with everything up in the house. Could have stole anything up out that bitch with both of them gone. Like I said, he'll come right back. But he was acting funny with me. Let me just go ahead and say that. And so I'm not finna let no man control me and try to force me to have to go to the store with you when I don't want to fucking go. So he was like, well, I'm not going to the store. I'm not going. And then he said, see, I fell out with my friend about that. So I could tell, oh, he's trying to find something to fall out with me about. And he was like, I said, well, if you said you was going to the store, I was like, if you're not going, then I don't need the few items that you would have picked up for me. Because I don't need to go to the dollar store right now. And so, he come back and said, see, that's why I fell out with my homeboy girlfriend. That's why I fell out with my homeboy girlfriend. That's why I fell out with her, because she didn't want to go to the store. She didn't want to grocery. I said, I don't have no problem going to the store. I was going to the grocery store when I first got here. I said, I ain't lazy. See, they're going to try to make anybody to sit there and see you try to put out information and get yourself together, and then they want to try to call you names and shit. And they know I'm lazy and I don't want to go to the store. But at the time, you try to distract me from something that I'm doing. And you could have went and picked up the little 4 items because you already said you was going. So he tried to start a fight with me. Like, see, that's why I said, oh, no, we ain't finna fall out about that. That's what I told him. I said, nah, you ain't finna fall out. I said, nah, you ain't finna fall out with me because I ain't want to go to the store with you. You ain't finna fall out. I said, you ain't finna fall out with me about nothing that petty. That's exactly what I told him, and he got quiet. Because I don't know what you're trying to pull, but you ain't finna fall out with me about nothing that petty. And then so, he never went to the store. He waited, and then he ended up going to the store, like, I don't know if it was the next day or the next day. He ended up going to the store because I ain't been on here that long. And when he went to the store, he was gone. I fell asleep. And it's like he was sitting there trying to watch me. And then he finally went to the store like around I fell asleep, around the time I fell asleep. And he come back in the store all loud to his roommate. And he's like, the Family Dollar, they register system was shut down. Then the gas station was shut down. All the grocery store, so he didn't get the food. He went out for all them hours plotting on me. And then coming back up in there talking about all their systems was down. They ain't no all their systems was down and you couldn't get no food that Andrea don't need because they don't want me comfortable. They don't want me comfortable nowhere. They don't want me having the stuff that me and this baby need to eat. They want it to look like everybody feeding us. They want it to look like it's food in the house, but it's set up to where it's going to make it complicated and hard for me to make meals in the house and then be able to be sufficient enough to do my evidence. But let me just tell you what he did. Let me just tell you what he did. So he come back talking about the registers was shut down and that he couldn't get the food, right? I told him I would give him the money for my food, pay him the money for my food, because I know how to come up with a few dollars every day here and there. Even if I go broke, I try to find a way to come up with something so that I can get some food for this baby and me. And so Kevin had brought some lasagna and put all that pork in it, and I couldn't eat it. And then I just couldn't eat it. I ate some of it, but... So anyway, it's hard for me to talk to y'all a little bit because they starting early in the morning. And because I knew the Holy Spirit was showing me things, and I was like, God want me to talk and say what I need to say. So let me go back. Okay, so he did that about the groceries, and he did it again. So he ended up telling me that I would have to leave his house, but trying not to just come out and just tell me that. So he had said to me, he was like, because I had made those videos about that white woman trying to make it seem like I needed to go to a shelter. And see, that ain't gonna do nothing but be monitoring spirit, because last time I went to the shelter, only thing they wanted to do was stop me putting out the case, they wanted to stop me from making YouTube videos. So they was following me all off the property after 8 o'clock in the morning. You know, you have to leave. They following me all off the damn property, trying to stop me from making videos about my pregnancy and about my little boy. How you following me all the way to 5 points from the shelter to try to stop me because you know that's wrong and I'm up in your shelter. And the people did that shit to me and my babies, and you not gonna silence me. So they staged up to try to kill the baby and fight me at the shelter, and then try to have me arrested and hand me over to the devil, and then had to just put me up out of that motherfucker. And I left because I'm like, you're not finna be staging shit with me. And so, Father God, help me in the name of Jesus. So he had said to me, I said to this white woman who's supposed to be ordering my birth certificate. And she said she was going to call me on Monday, and she didn't. She said her name is Dolores. And she picked me up the same way all these people following me. She pulled up on me with her daughter, ordered my birth certificate, and then was going to try to pay me out like, oh, it's my fault, like I'm a prostitute drug addict on the street. I said, no, baby, my white baby daddy was abusing me, and his white mama mad about the fact that he got hurt. And they out here trying to do stuff to me. And my whole family know he was abusing me. I said, so that's all right, because when I get my baby back, I don't want none of them in my life, honey. And I said, I'm going to work hard to take care of my baby on my own. And she had to straighten her motherfucking ass up and start acting like, oh, she felt sorry for the way they was doing me, because you ain't going to sit up in my motherfucking face and try to play the fiddle. Acting like you trying to help, because you can keep your motherfucking help. And see, I told they ass that shit. I'll get my ID, but see, they wanted to know how I was going to help myself, and now they hindering the process. Because you could have called me and let me know what was going on with my birth certificate. Because I sat there and watched her daughter order it. And the reason why I'm telling the information is because God already showed me something about them trying to kill me and then give some other black woman my identity. Some young black woman my identity. My whole damn name, social, and everything. And I don't have no goddamn record. I ain't been they got me fucked up. She gonna have to contact me about my birth certificate. But anyway, I called her about my birth certificate because he was trying to make it seem like it was the first or second day that I was there. He was trying to make it seem like, Andrea ain't trying to do nothing for herself. See, that's what they gonna try to do. And so, Come somebody else trying to fucking bother me and be all up in my fucking face. He was trying to make it seem like I didn't want to do nothing for myself. That's what he was doing. He was trying to make it, he was like, oh, so what's going on with your ID? I already told him about my ID. He already knew about it, so he was picking on something that he knew I didn't have. And I said, I already told you that the lady is ordering my birth certificate. I said, so if the time frame go by and she do not give me, here goes some more people. I'm finna have to turn around and walk away. Here goes some more folk. Oh, damn, they coming all over to try to follow me. So let me go ahead and just keep talking then. Because if they got to send that many of them, then this must be important. So I told him,